Okay, so Who We Love. This is the new film from Graham Cantwell. He co-wrote it with Katie McNeice. Okay, the film is produced by Edwina Forkin, Alan Fitzpatrick, and Graham Cantwell. It is executive produced by Egon McKenna, Malcolm Kingston, associate produced by Martin Carroll, and Irale Forkin. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but that's what I think. Line production from Paul Barnes. Joseph Conlon took care of the music. Austin and Weston Ray, they were handling cinematography. Graham Cantwell, he also edits the piece. Michael Monahan is production design. Art direction is Kieran McNulty. Maeve Patterson was costume design. Hair and makeup, we've got Sandra Swords, Eva O'Toole, Kolja McInnery, Marina Granville, Rosin Copeland, and Emily Barker. Our cast. Okay, so we have got Lily, played by Clara Harte. Her best friend Simon, played by Dean Quinn. Her other friend and her crush, Violet, is played by Venetia Bowe. There is Yvette, played by Aisling O'Neill. Fran, played by Jimmy Smallhorn. Naomi, played by Danielle Galligan. Celine, played by Alison McGarr. Right. Hayley Ridgway is Ema. Paul is played by Daniel Mahan. We have got Oonagh, played by Amy-Joyce Hastings. Right. There's Dermot, played by Paul Ronan. AJ, played by Amy Hughes. Miss O'Shea, played by Lynette Callahan. Mrs. Fitzgerald, played by Gwendolyn McAlidin. We've got Miss Brady, played by Orla McGovern. Mr. Murphy, played by Barry John Kinsella. Diane, played by Norma Sheehan. Julian, played by James Flynn. Alton, played by Charlie Mayer. Right. Joe, played by Lawrence O'Furian. Julie, played by Karen Kelly. Aisha, played by Janine Nicole Niani. Mandy, played by Alicia Gerald. Donnie, played by James Patrice. And Taylor, played by Ryan Lincoln. The gist of the story, right? It's a coming-of-age tale. You follow Lily and Simon, best friends who navigate the troubled waters of school life and explore Dublin's vibrant and sometimes dark LGBTQ plus scene under the sharp eye of reluctant mentor Oonagh. So yes, this is the film. Now we've had, we looked at plenty of different coming out stories. And coming out stories around school. A few years back, right, there was From A to Q, which was a fantastic short film, and there's been, other ones. such as that. So this is tested, trusted ground, you know. Now, the interesting thing is with this one, it is actually based upon Graham Cantwell's short story Lily that came out in 2016. Right, that got such a good reception that they took that story and fleshed it out, you know. So we have that, right? It's already got a base in which people know, understand, and love, you know. It's, as again, you know, as I said, it's not new, but it does tackle a lot of the situations people can find themselves in, that they can struggle with. You know, we've heard time and time again, you know, it's that situation with friends, the ones that accept you, the ones that don't, right? How do you deal with that? How do you deal with predators? You know what I mean? Like Jules and AJ, right? What do you do in those situations? The family, right? All of those things. And that is, you know, addressed. It's covered in the film. So, I mean, although not new, it is coming from a different perspective, which is always an interesting thing. You know, there are some really nice moments in the film, right? Oonagh giving Lily guidance, helping her out when she definitely needs it. There's that conversation about you have to be who you are. You know, there are different examples of how to navigate, but that works for some people, doesn't work for everyone. So you just got to find what works for you. What type of person are you? You know, how do you want to navigate? You know, thinking about the people around you, right? So that was good. I think it was also good because I think sometimes in groups, people, you know, you don't want to stick out, right? So people react in certain ways. But then when you think about it, it's just like, that's not really what I feel. That's not what I think. You know, so we have a couple of situations where people at first reacted one way, but then after seeing escalations of things, we see them, you know what I mean, actually think and go, no, we're not down with this. And, you know, it's not that then everything's great and embraced, but I think it's just that. I think it's showing that example, I think, is important, you know, because although it doesn't always, in the moment, hit you, after the fact, knowing that, you know, people came to your aid, like people wanted to know you were okay, that means something, right? We have a situation with Dean's dad, right? And no, Simon's dad. Dean plays Simon. Simon's dad. And on the surface, it can look like he's not really, you know, supportive of Simon. But I think you can definitely see that there is love there, right? He just doesn't really know how to, you know, address the situation, right? Talk about it, accept it. He's of that age, you know what I mean? But we see him, right, deal with a situation that doesn't involve his son, but it does involve, it is based around his son's experience. So we see that, which is interesting. You know, so it does have these moments in it, which are handled well, you know? They're definitely unique. It's the way characters deal with things, right? Because handling, like looking at your sexuality and what does that mean, Are you straight? Are you gay? Are you bi? Sometimes people aren't quite sure. So we see some of those situations in the film, right? The acceptance of, right? The looking for gratification, as it were, right? How that is all navigated. So yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I don't know if I was a fan of the music in the film, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? I'm sure a lot of people are. And again, this is, you know, it's a film that will resonate with a different group. It's a different education, a different age, right? It's going to hit different people in a different way. So yeah, things like music and all of that, you know, like there are questions, right? There's Simon with the group of friends he has. I think there's a bit where you're just like, wait, how did you not know about Alton's friend, right, and his sister? You know what I mean? If this is the group that you hang out with, I was kind of surprised that he doesn't really seem to know certain things. You know what I mean? Because even you might not know outright, but there's always people talking, right? And especially with this, there would have been people talking, I imagine. So there are those things that come up, and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, this is just a detail thing. Yeah, because at its core, right, this is a film showing people you can be who you are. You know? Don't rely on other people to, you know, inform on who you are. You know what I mean? As long as you have those core friends, right? People that love you, that's enough sometimes, right? That can help get you through. It's about support systems and all of this kind of thing. So I think it does give an important message and will be helpful for people that are, you know, coming out, not sure on what to do, how to approach things and things like that. You know, it's always good to have those reference points, to have something that gives you hope. And I'm sure Who We Love will do that for people. So it is now out, right? It's now out in the world. So yeah, links will be on the website. And yeah, you know, if you like things like Love, Simon and that kind of thing, I am sure you will dig Who We